So how do you keep a secret from the world's greatest detective? Well, do you know? It's easy. You stick it right in front of him, right under his long, pointy nose, and wait.
What to do with you?
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Resident Evil 9 video. In this video, as the title suggests, I'm going to be talking about theories on who is the man in the hood. Now, there are a lot of theories on who this person is. Is this the guy that we see in the trailer that is the main villain? Is this a legacy character being mind-controlled just like in Resident Evil 5? Or is this Wesker? Who could this actually be? Now, keep in mind, quick disclaimer, that these are all different theories, and at any point I could be wrong by the time the game releases in February, so there is that. So without further ado, let's actually get into the very first theory. Is this Leon? This is probably the most popular theory I've seen on the internet, and here's how I feel on it.
No! God, please, no!
Okay, there's gonna be 3 orders of hell no.
Look, in all fairness, I do understand why this is a theory. It is a terrible but also likely theory for it to happen. I'll explain why. Now, in Resident Evil 4, obviously, we got lucky as Leon to not be taken over by the Las Plagas parasite. Because if Leon was actually fully controllable with that parasite, he would be like Krauser but moldable, where he would be very capable and also be very deadly, and he would be the ultimate living weapon in the same vein as John Connor from Terminator Genesis, or Jill from RE5. That brings up my second point to why I hate this idea and why I think it shouldn't happen, is because it has happened before with Resident Evil 5 with Jill, and not many people like that, for many reasons. It's turning another legacy character into a moldable villain that really isn't a villain at the same time, in the same vein as Winter Soldier. And if Capcom has actually learned anything from that, they would know that this is a terrible idea. Moving on to the next candidate, and that is Wesker.
The sun will set on the age of man.
Now, personally, this is a likely one, but also an unlikely one at the same time, considering the fact that Wesker is dead. So why would he actually be in the game? I actually believe that maybe Wesker was actually cloned, considering the fact that they did reveal at RE5, which was terrible, that he was a part of this Wesker experiment and stuff like that with Umbrella. And maybe this is a clone of Wesker that's molded in the same vein as Jill to be more controllable and assassinate key figures and stuff like that, or the main villain, obviously. Now, moving on to a couple other theories. This actually could be one of the characters from Outbreak.
Wait, what?
I know that sounds weird, but let me explain. This game, Resident Evil 9, has a heavy influence from Resident Evil Outbreak. For those who haven't played it, let me refresh your memory. Most of the characters, including Anessa Ashcroft, which is the mother of Grace Ashcroft, they were infected with the T virus. Like the Las Plagas in Resident Evil 4, obviously it's a big plot point, not just throughout the story, but also in gameplay, where you have to worry about being infected. One of the canon endings is actually having Anessa cure herself, and basically she would be the only survivor. But what happened to the other ones? Would they be turned into zombies, or would they be blown up in the blast or nuke of Raccoon City, or would they be corrupted and actually bond with the T virus, the same vein as when the Tyrant killed Wesker and actually activated his superhuman abilities with his antibodies, which was expanded on in Resident Evil 6, which I know a lot of people don't like to talk about that game, but it could make sense for what's going on in Resident Evil 9. As for another character of who this could actually be, it could be the main villain of the game himself, the one that is in the chair. It's the most obvious option, considering the fact that, like the hooded figure, he's the most ambiguous person in the entirety of the trailer. And honestly, it would make sense considering that he could be a victim of what's happened in Raccoon City. That would actually make sense for a multitude of reasons, considering the fact that the hooded figure is going after political and also different agents throughout the trailer. That figure in the shadows does look a lot like Spencer, so that has me interested in the fact that maybe the Spencer that RE5 killed off would have not been Spencer at all, but I could be wrong, obviously. Let me know some of your theories in the comments down below, whether you agree, disagree, let me know why in the comments. Make sure to hit the like button or hit the dislike button if the video wasn't for you. Maybe consider subscribing and also hitting the bell icon to be notified when I upload. I know you guys hear that a lot, but it does actually help out the channel and me. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, night, or whatever it is for you in the world, and peace out. Bye-bye.